Well, I guess we'll get ready. 5:30. Lost the clock.
Just so everybody knows, we are being recorded, so there's my disclaimer.
Okay. Is everybody ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We're going to call the meeting to order. Today's meeting is Monday, September 14, 2020. The meeting is located at the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District offices at 2104.
I can't hear you.
Doug, will you do the roll call, please?
Yes. Trustee Bell,
Here.
Trustee Lee,
Here.
Trustee Wortham,
Here.
Trustee McBride,
Here.
Trustee Krupa. And I saw her say yes, so I know she's here.
There's the mic on.
All right.
Okay, pledge of allegiance. Yes. I'll lead the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Art.
You're very, did a little job.
Okay, receipt and reading of the minutes. Do I have a motion?
I move approval. Jennifer.
I second. Betsy Wortham.
Okay, motion to accept, seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Receipt and reading communications, Doug.
We don't have any again tonight.
No communications.
No?
Report of officers. Okay. Report of standing committees.
I've got one, unless somebody on the board wants to go first.
Oh, you go on, Doug.
Okay. Mine is on the building committee. We had another building committee meeting, or these will be monthly meetings. We've pretty much looked over the design of the new administrative building, and then also the design of the, I guess I'll call it body shop and paint booth in the back. Those were two of our big items. We also discussed the hiring of a customer representative, somebody that will be basically helping us on a lot of the decisions on as far as putting out some of the procurement documents and then inspections of the facilities and helping us through the construction.
Okay.
So, and then also there was a lot of discussion on the DBE outreach. And all of those minutes I will send to you sometime this week.
Okay. This individual you're talking about, are they like a project manager?
We can do it a couple different ways. We're still looking at some different scenarios.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be project manager, could be general manager, could be a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you're going to try to consolidate, have one person doing all.
Right.
That would be good. Thank you, Doug. Any questions? Thanks, Doug. Report of general manager.
Okay, let's see. One of the first things I wanted to tell you was we did have another work comp case. It wasn't over the $25,000 limit. And I thought we put it out there so that you guys could look at it. It was in the amount of $20,524. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. It was a substantial amount, it was under the $25,000 board approval limit. Let's see. Okay.
Well, thanks for the feedback on that.
We have set up a, I guess I'll call it an artwork committee for the transit center. And Angel will be working on that with I've hired an independent consultant, Angie Walker. She's got extensive art background and she works with Downtown Partners. And so they're gonna work on getting some different artwork at the transit center. Some of it's gonna be by local artists and some of it's gonna be by residents at CWTC and then possibly Epic. So I haven't talked to Epic yet, but I know they have an art program.
Good.
So you'll see as that goes on, I'll probably let Trustee Lee give you updates on that. And I'm just got it started and I'm gonna step aside and get out of the way.
I want to add something if I may, Doug. As we traveled around the country and looked at other transit centers, we've noticed that some of the larger cities are just beautifully embellished with art. And Doug has been very supportive of this, and I think that it's going to make our transit center passenger friendly. It'll give them something fabulous to look at, and it'll also give us an opportunity to promote the artwork of some of our partners. Thanks, Doug, for your support on this one.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jennifer.
One of the other things that's going to be coming across your radar probably in the next couple of months, we went to a local health, I hate to call it clinic, but that's what it is. And Rick Simonis, our broker for Blue Cross Blue Shield, put us onto this, and it's a free health services for our employees. It's not free to the district. It's going to cost us about $200,000 for the first year, but we could see savings of anywhere to 170 to 185,000 the first year. We're hoping to see substantial savings in the long run, but basically the employees get free health care, free drugs, prescription drugs, and it's to make healthy, happy employees. Right now, the District 150 is doing this, the Pipe Fitters Union and Steam Fitter Union. And there's two clinics, one in East Peoria, one in Peoria, and they're talking about opening a third clinic. But our employees would be able to attend any one of those clinics. But I'll give more to you on that as it unfolds, but it is starting to get some traction, so I thought I would bring it to your attention. We did have a meeting last week on hiring 3 additional utility people and 1 janitor so we can step up the cleaning process in response to COVID. I want to stress that these jobs would be permanent now, but in the future, there's no guarantee that they will stay on staff if COVID comes to an end or we come up with some better cost-saving ways to combat the virus. So, but right now we need extra bodies. We're spending a lot in overtime. And one of these days we're gonna have to open up the transit center again. So we're gonna need some more people for that process. So we still have a couple meetings to go on this, iron out some more details, but this is kind of the direction we're heading right now.
You're hopeful that that attrition will, as a result of attrition and openings, that these people may continue to stay here.
Right.
And you're not looking to lay them off, but you're
Right.
at this point.
Yeah.
Hopefully it never gets to that. We'll see how things go.
Correct. Another thing that's happening, Avail is gonna be in town next week, getting ready to upgrade our fleet and hold some meetings with staff. They're the ones that are putting in the AVLs, the APCs, and the AVAs, which I'm sure you all remember what those acronyms are for, so. But we're getting closer to that, so that'll be the automatic vehicle locations, the automatic passenger counters, and the automatic voice enunciators, so we're getting close. And then also, finally, I think my last thing, First Transit's going to be helping us with our PTSAP, which is our public transit safety plan. This is something the feds have been on for about 5 or 6 years. And finally, they got the rules figured out and it's due in December. We took some bids on this and then First Transit stepped forward and said that they could probably do it for us for a lot cheaper than the bids. All they're gonna cost is some travel for them to come into town. So it'll be part of our contracting. So that'll be good. And then possibly, if this goes well, there's some standard operating procedures we want them to work on after that. And again, that would be just the cost of travel and bringing them into town. So we're kind of excited about that as well. So, and I think unless you have some questions for me, that's all I got.
Are there any questions? Okay, moving on, we report to City Lift General Manager, Brian.
Good evening, everyone. For City Lift, our on-time performance was 97.5%. Our productivity was 1.51. Our ridership was up this last month to 5,874. We're still down from prior year. Billing hours was 3,931.65. We did have one incident. It was just a rider who just, and one of the essential riders, she missed their step and she kind of took a tumble, but she was not injured or anything, so she was okay. Safety meeting, we talked about following distance, ergonomics, pedestrian and bicycle awareness, and we continued talks about COVID all the time. Met with all the agencies and Andy and the MV management team on talking to them about reopening and getting the ridership back in here. On August 5th, I attended our regional safety meeting to discuss the safety concerns in our region and further concessions of the CDC guidelines on COVID. August 6th and August 20th, we had a bi-weekly call with the GPMTD and MV management. And August 12th, we were part of the RFP presentation to GPMTD. August 13th, we did a safety stand down on the pedestrians and bicycle awareness, and just further drove home about people paying attention to bicyclists and all that, and pedestrians. August 30th, we did hold a new dispatcher training program with all of our dispatchers, and myself and our Mick was there, and Crystal, and our chief of staff was also involved in the training.
Questions for Brian?
Yes.
Brian, I was checking to see if anybody on the board had any questions.
Oh, sorry about that.
No.
All right, thanks, Brian. Now I'm going to do rural county link here. And
Well,
Nick Johnson.
Actually, Mick called in sick today, so I'll be doing that one as well.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Thanks to that.
So our on-time performance on the county side was down. It was 92.25%. Our productivity was up to 1.92. Ridership was still low of 748. Our rural billing hours was 309.92. Our urban billing hours was 78.98. And everything else was pretty much the same.
Any questions on county link? Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, public comments.
We had,
No public comments?
no. I was waiting for Desiree to say something, but I guess she's not here. She's on the screen now.
Old business. I do have one question under old business. And I think everybody'd like to know, we don't want any specifics about health or anything, but we'd just like to know how, the passenger that hit on the bus last year, how she's doing.
From what I understand, she's back to work, working part-time. She's gone through extensive rehab and surgeries, but she is able to get around, so,
Good.
yeah.
Good, that was a bad accident.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yep.
Okay, that's under old business. New business. Emily's gonna release a press release tomorrow. And I have a copy if you want me to read it. It's like a page and a half, if you could indulge me. But it's regarding Sharon McBride, selected for the 2020 Outstanding Public Transportation Board Member by the American Public Transportation Association. So I guess I'm going to read it. Okay. CityLink is pleased to share the Greater Mass Transit District Board Trustee Sharon McBride has been selected as the 2020 Outstanding Public Transportation Board Member by the American Public Transportation Association, APTA, close paren. McBride has served on the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Board of Trustees for more than 23 years, first assuming her role as trustee on May 5th, 1997. She represents West Peoria and is appointed by the township supervisor. McBride was elected board chair in '99 until 2007, and served again as board chair from May 2014 through May 2016. McBride was elected board secretary on May 16 and she continued to serve in that position. McBride has been involved with APTA since she assumed her role at the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Board of Trustees. She previously held an elected office on the APTA Executive Committee of Directors. As part of the Executive Committee, she served on the Pension Board. She also served on a past APTA nominating committee and bylaws task force and as planning member, committee member for the combined transit board management / CEO meeting. Excuse me. Sharon McBride has shown exemplary advocacy and dedication to public transportation and the local Peoria community during her tenure on the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Board of Trustees. Said Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Board Chair Art Bell the following. She has gained from her years on the board and her involvement in APTA have been a consummate benefit to the board and the services provided for Greater Peoria Mass Transit District continued myself. McBride had an extensive career at Bradley University, during which time she mentored many students utilizing her master's degree in counseling. She also mentored students during her years teaching technical communications course at Illinois Central College. I had the pleasure of knowing Sharon McBride during my time at Bradley University, which is a guidance counselor to a group of female engineering students. Quote said from Nora Fernandez, General Manager, CEO for the Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority and current APTA Executive Committee Chair. Since then, in quotes, through our respective roles in public transportation, I have witnessed Sharon's unwavering commitment to our industry by serving in leadership positions the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District Board of Trustees and representing the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District and her involvement with APTA. She is a true champion of public transportation. Continuing Fernandez. 2020 LAFTA Awards winner. Association's Transcend virtual meeting on October 22, and formally honored at the ceremony during APCA's 2021 Transform Conference and Expo in Anaheim, California, March 14th through 17th, 2021. In conclusion, APTA is a nonprofit international association of more than 1,500 public and private sector member organizations. APTA is the only nonprofit association in North America that represents all modes of public transportation, including bus, paratransit, light rail, commuter rail, heavy rail, intercity and high-speed passenger rail, and waterborne services. Benefits for the members include advocacy for federal funding and policies, research, technical expertise, and consulting service, workforce development programs, educational conferences and seminars, 135 subject matter working committees. And hopefully they publish that, but that's the press release. Okay, congratulations.
Sharon,
Yes,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Sharon.
thank you. I really enjoy working with the transit district, so I didn't realize how much until I heard all that.
Sharon, this is Jennifer. Congratulations. You make us look good.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very good job, Sharon. It's,
Thank you all very much.
for being on the board, sharing the board with you. And everybody else as well. You know, it's a great board. I say, good members. All right, moving on. Resolution 2110. Steve Green.
Good evening.
Steve.
You hear me?
Resolution 2110, the Mobileye Shield Plus Collision Avoidance System.
Good evening.
Says mute.
We are seeking recommendation for board approval for the purchase of a collision avoidance system and advanced pedestrian alert system. The Greater Peoria Mass Transit District issued a request for proposal for a collision avoidance system with low light and inclement weather technology from a qualified, responsive, and responsible vendor. One proposal was received with respect to the solicitation and was deemed responsive and responsible. This vendor was the only vendor that provided a solution for collision avoidance in low light and inclement weather. The sole vendor is Roscoe Collision Avoidance, Inc., Incorporated. Roscoe will install the Mobileye Shield Plus collision avoidance system and external advanced pedestrian alert system in 52 CityLink fixed route buses. This proposal includes a 3-year warranty and 3 years of cellular service. Federal and state of Illinois procurement practices with regards to a formal request for proposals process were followed with respect to this solicitation. It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve the purchase of the Mobileye Shield Plus collision avoidance system and external advanced pedestrian alert system from Roscoe Collision Avoidance Incorporated for the best and final offer of $744,456.
Okay. Any questions?
Jennifer Lee moves approval.
Do we have a second? All in favor, signify by saying, oh, we're gonna have a roll call vote.
Roll call vote.
Yes, please.
Trustee Bell,
Approved.
Trustee Wortham,
Approved.
Trustee Lee,
Approved.
Trustee Krupa, and Trustee McBride. Approve. All the bill passes, or the resolution passes.
Thank you. Moving on to resolution 2111, recommend approval of purchase of 200 seat insert replacements for Gillig buses. And that is Steve Green again.
Good evening again. We're seeking board approval for the purchase of 200 seat insert replacements for our Gillig buses and 152 seat insert replacement on our new Flyers. At the July 2020 board meeting on resolution 2104, the board of directors approved the purchase of 1,291 hard shell seat inserts from American Seating in order to clean and disinfect the buses during COVID-19. We are seeking to purchase an additional 200 hard shell seats for our Gillig buses and 152 hard shell for our new Flyer buses. The 200 would be from American Seating for a total cost of $23,800, and the 152 units from United Safety and Survivability Corporation will be $18,240, total not to exceed $42,040. The Greater Peoria Mass Transit District procurement practice with regards to paying this quote was followed. The funding is going to be through the CARES Act. And the total cost will not exceed $42,040.
Mr. Chair, I move approval.
Is there a second?
This is McBride. I'll second.
Okay.
Roll call vote.
Please, Sharon.
Trustee Bell,
Approved.
Trustee Wortham,
Approve.
Trustee Lee,
Approve.
Trustee Krupa, Trustee McBride, approve.
Motion.
The resolution is confirmed.
Thank you. Thanks, Sharon. Moving on, resolution 2112, authorizing execution downstate operating assistance grant is Christine Fang.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This resolution is to authorize execution of downstate operating assistance grant agreement between the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District and State of Illinois. General Manager
Sharon McBride.
Is now exiting.
Oh, okay. General Manager is authorized to execute this agreement on behalf of Greater Peoria Mass Transit District for the fiscal year 2021. Staff recommend Board of Trustees approve this resolution 12-21.
Okay. Okay, do we have a motion?
Jennifer Lee. Jennifer Lee seconds.
Okay, any discussion?
Yeah, how much is this grant for, Christine?
This grant for the fiscal year 2021 is $23,400,000.
Thank you very much. Okay.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Sharon McBride.
Is now joining.
Welcome back, Sharon.
I am rejoining the, my phone just cut out, so
Oh, okay.
I'm back.
We got a motion, a second discussion on the resolution 2112. And so I was voting for members on approval. There's no money.
Take,
Art, it has to be done by roll call. Every vote has to be by roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Okay. This is a roll call vote. Go ahead.
Okay, Trustee Bell,
I approve.
Trustee Wortham,
Approve.
Trustee Lee,
Approve.
Trustee Krupa, Trustee Krupa,
Okay, her volume, we can't hear her. Right now, something's happened on her volume, but we can read lips. We read your lips.
Trustee McBride approves.
Motion carried. Thank you. Resolution 2113, recommendation contract to enter into final negotiations with ADA Paratransit Rural Transit Services with Transdev Services, Inc. Andy?
Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody. Resolution 21-13 is recommendation of contract award to Transdev Incorporated for combined turnkey ADA, paratransit, and rural transit services for a period of 5 years with 2 one-year options at GPMTD's discretion. A committee of 6 was convened, and each independently and unanimously selected Transdev as their highest rated vendor out of 5 potential vendors. Staff do recommend approval of this resolution to allow the Transdev pursuant to contract to begin December 1st of 2020.
Is that it?
Yes, sir, that is it.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion. It's McBride.
Is there a second?
I second.
Maxine, you second that?
Yeah.
Okay, roll call, Sharon.
Trustee Bell,
Approve.
Trustee Wortham,
Approve.
Trustee Lee,
Approve.
Trustee Krupa, Trustee McBride approves.
Motion carried.
If you don't mind, Art, I think we do have a couple gentlemen from Transdev on the line. If you'd like to identify yourself at this time.
Hi, this is Bill.
Hello.
Hi, this is Bill Sproul. I'm Regional Vice President for Transdev, and I'll be overseeing this project. We're excited to be partnering with Peoria, and we're looking forward to meeting all of you very soon. Some of us are actually coming into town Wednesday to get us started, and we're very, very much looking forward to this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any questions? All right. We're going to do resolution. Well, did we do the roll call? Yeah. Okay. Got it done. Okay. Yep. Resolution 2114. And this will be Emily.
Good evening. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. The resolution is for transit advertising services. As you know, we have had a contract for our paratransit fleet for the last 4 years with Keller Outdoor Group, and we decided that it was time to try to get an exclusive agent for the sale of transit advertising in and on our fixed route CityLink buses, paratransit CityLift vehicles, rural transportation county linked vehicles, digital displays on the vehicles, and then any future digital advertising opportunities at the transit center location. We issued an RFP for transit advertising services. The term of the contract is for 3 years with 2 one-year options. 3 proposals were received with respect to this solicitation and were deemed responsive and responsible. Interviews were conducted with all 3 vendors. An ad hoc committee conducted an evaluation and found that the proposed submitted by Houck Transit Advertising best met the evaluated criteria as set forth in the RFP. And the revenue share proposed by Houck is as follows. For year 1, it's going to be a 75% revenue to GPMTD. And then years 2, 3 are all going to be 60% revenue share to GPMTD, with option years 1 and 2 also being 60%. This is we get more of the revenue share with this agreement than we currently do with our current vendor. I was also impressed with their the success that they've had at other agencies similar to ours in size. On the fixed route especially, I think that's an area where we need improvement with our advertising program, and I think that they'll do a good job. It is recommended that the Board of Trustees award the contract to Houck Transit Advertising based on the revenue proposal for the 3-year contract years starting October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2023 with the 2-year options.
Okay, thanks, Emily. Do we have a motion?
Jennifer Lee moves approval.
Do we have a second?
I do have a question. Emily,
yes.
Why does our share decrease in years 2 and 3?
Well, I believe I can't necessarily answer that right off the top of my head, but I believe that that's the standard practice with these agreements. Usually the first year you get a higher percentage and then it drops off after the first year. But I can't really answer that for sure right at the moment.
Okay, all right. Well, whenever you can, just let me know. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, back to the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Roll call, Sharon. Sharon, this is roll call.
Trustee Bell,
Approve.
Trustee Wortham,
Approve.
Trustee Lee,
Approve.
Trustee Krupa, and Trustee McBride, approve. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Resolution, we need the approval on give it a resolution. That's 14.
This will be a resolution.
If you would do this with somebody, it's on a crime case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason Culberson will be that one.
Good evening. Looking to seek the board's approval of a workers' comp case settlement in an amount not to exceed $61,116.13. This will settle out 2 concurrent cases for 1 employee.
Jennifer Lee moves approval.
Do we have a second?
Maxine Wortham was second.
Okay. Roll call, Sharon.
Trustee Bell,
Approve.
Trustee Wortham,
Approve.
Trustee Lee,
Approve.
Trustee Krupa,
She approved.
and Trustee McBride, I approve.
Okay, thank you. Resolution 2115, contract renewal recommendation for Humana Group Medicare Advantage Plan. Shannon Williams.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi, Shannon.
The resolution you have before you is for our annual renewal for our Humana Medicare Advantage Plan, which is our plan for our Medicare eligible retirees. That plan is at a cost of $122.02 per eligible retiree. That is actually a 32% decrease from last year, which is a larger than normal decrease, and that is due to the COVID-19 impact, they said, on the utilization nationwide. So they do expect the rate to return to a usual level next year. We do have approximately 73 Medicare eligible retirees on the plan currently. And so we would recommend that the board renew the contract with Humana for the January 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2021 plan year.
Shannon, we have a motion.
McBride, I'll make the motion.
We have a second. Okay, Joan seconded it. Okay, any questions? All right, roll call, Sharon.
Okay, trustee Bell,
Approve.
trustee Wortham,
Approve.
trustee Lee,
Approve.
trustee Krupa,
She approved.
trustee McBride approves.
Okay, it passes. Okay. Next item under H, approval to move the regular board meeting back to October 12, 2020. The regular meeting date. Do we have a motion to do that?
I'm approval for changing the date back.
You approve, Maxine?
Yeah.
With a second?
Jennifer Lee seconds.
Okay, roll call, Sharon.
Trustee Bell,
Approve.
trustee Wortham,
Approve.
trustee Lee,
Approved.
trustee Krupa,
She approved. Okay.
trustee McBride approves. Motion passes.
Okay, moving on. Financial report by Christine Fan.
Thank you. Staff is going to summarize district's financial activity for the month of the August 2020. In August, district's total operating expense are $2,493,490.45. To compare with our monthly budget projection, there is a 0.4% favorable budget variance. We spend more than 71% of our monthly operating expense on the area of employee wage and salaries, benefits, and also purchase of paratransit service. Staff recommend Board of Trustee approve August 2020 financial transaction in the amount of $2,493,490.93.
Jennifer Lee moves approval.
We have a second.
Second, Maxine Wortham.
Maxine seconds it. Roll call.
Okay, trustee Bell,
Approve.
trustee Wortham,
Approve.
trustee Lee,
Approved.
trustee Krupa,
She approved.
nodding, and trustee McBride approves.
Okay, motion passes. Okay. Before we adjourn, a reminder of future meetings, 5:30 p.m., Monday, October 12th, 2020, and Monday, November 9th, 2020. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
McBride, I have it.
Okay, is there a second? By saying aye, we're adjourned. Everybody stay well, please.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.